Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I am going to be sharing fragrances that smell like fall in a bottle. So over the years, I have lived in different places, tropical, the Midwest, places where I would experience snow and the seasons. Now I'm in Arizona in the desert. So these fragrances are just going to be fragrances that I have tried over time that just give me fall vibes in a bottle. They are cozy, they are warm, they are going to put you in that fall mood. So just imagine taking a walk in the evening, there's crunchy leaves all over the sidewalk, you're wearing a beautiful sweater and you chose one of these scents and you're just feeling the fall vibes. So if you're interested in the fragrances that I consider to be fall in a bottle, just keep on watching. Guys, so for today's video, I am going to be sharing 10 perfumes that just make me think of fall. They put me in the fall mood, makes me just want to go on a walk, step on some crunchy leaves, come back home, take a shower, put on some warm PJs, make some snacks, and watch Hocus Pocus. Sign me up. To me, this is what I would consider fall in a bottle. So years ago, I tried a brand called Juliana's Perfume, and I fell in love with a lot of their fragrances. They have fragrances that are inspired by niche fragrances. They create their own blends. I have been a fan for a really long time, but there's two fragrances that whenever fall and winter comes around, I just immediately think about these two perfumes. And I would love to thank Juliana's Perfume for sponsoring today's video. I want to share with you guys really quickly that they are going to be having a Halloween sale. So they're going to have a lot of perfumes in stock. If you have been wanting a fragrance from Juliana's Perfume, go check it out. It starts Thursday, October 30th, which I am hoping will be today, the day that I am posting this video. So go ahead, check out their website. They have so many perfumes that are inspired by niche fragrances, and the way that these perfumes age, the way that they start smelling better and better and better the longer you have them, and they are affordable, I would not steer you down the wrong path. These fragrances are so beautiful. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is Call Me By Your Name, which turned into my first favorite from Juliana's Perfume. Call Me By Your Name is supposed to be a dupe. I think it's Gourmand cocaine or something like that. I'm probably saying it wrong. So I had never tried the original perfume that this is a dupe of, but when I smelled this fragrance, it was just like love at first sniff, because this is what I call a perfect gourmand perfume in my eyes to my nose. This is what I call a masterpiece of a gourmand perfume. So you want to smell those sweet notes. You get those hints of dessert, of sweetness, of sugar. You also get this chocolatey scent in here. This is one of the very few chocolate perfumes that just keeps me intrigued, because you do get a little bit of like a powderiness from the chocolate. This is done so beautifully, and this is one that you can start wearing in fall, take it over to winter, and finish the year with it. It is like a cup of hot chocolate, but she's sexy. It's not a gourmand scent where you're going to smell like walking food. No, there is sophistication in here, there is sexiness in here, there is like a dainty side to it, even though you're getting that chocolatey sweet gourmand vibe. This is one of the first ones that I would send you to, like my first loves. I also have another one that's not really for fall, but I will tell you about it really quickly. But yeah, this one has notes of chocolate, pink pepper, vanilla, amber, jasmine, brown sugar, labdanum, benzoin, and musk. I promise you, if for some reason you get one of these and it feels maybe a little weak to you, or you just wish it was stronger, let it sit, because a few weeks will go by, it will smell different. Couple months will go by, you will fall in love with it. A year will go by and you're not gonna want to let go because they get very strong, thick, beautiful. So that is Call Me By Your Name. That is perfume number 1 for fall in a bottle. Now this one that's next is probably even more fall in a bottle. So this next one is inspired by Kilian's Angel Share, which I did purchase. That was probably one of my first like big girl purchases when I started my channel. I don't think I had ever spent that much on a perfume, and I love Angel Share and I used it for many years, but I noticed that I was using very little amounts, because if I sprayed too much of that perfume, it would kind of turn masculine really quickly. It smelled boozy, which obviously that's fine. It's kind of like what that perfume is kind of supposed supposed to come off as. But I don't know, I just wanted something that had a little bit more of like a feminine touch to it. And Opinionated Scents here on YouTube, check her out. She's one of my favorite fragrance channels. She was talking about Kissed by an Angel. I didn't really feel the need to try it until I heard her talk about it. And since I like a lot of the perfumes that she likes, I was just like, I'm gonna give this a chance as soon as it comes back in stock, because it was sold out for a while. This perfume right here is like fall in a bottle. This one though gives me more, you know, there's like two sides to fall. You have leaves, the smokiness, that crisp air, and then you have apples, you have cinnamon, you have Thanksgiving, you have gourmand scent. So to me, Kissed by an Angel takes me to Thanksgiving Day. It takes me to like prepping food on Thanksgiving Day. And not that you're going to smell like food, but it just gives me those vibes. The candles in the house are lit up, like the Bath and Body Works fall candles. So you're getting like a mix of just fall scents. And this is all in Kissed by an Angel. This one to me is so much more wearable. It's definitely there. I can smell it, but it has like a more feminine touch to it. So to me, these are the top 2 fall scents from Juliana's perfume. I love them so much. And of course, I'm gonna give a little shout out to 13 of Hearts, which is my baby. I'm gonna empty this bottle soon and I'm gonna need to re-up on her. But this is like a skin scent, perfect for everyday wear. I can literally pick this perfume up and put it on to go anywhere, and I know that she's not gonna do me wrong. Similar to Not a Perfume by Juliet Has a Gun. This one is inspired by Le Labo's Another 13. I've never smelled that one, but I'm in love with this scent right here. So make sure to check them out for their Halloween sale. It's going to be so worth it because these are already affordable and the discounts are going to be up to 35% off. So check them out, and thank you so much to Juliana's Perfume for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna move on to the next perfume that is fall in a bottle to me. This one is one that I have not been able to get into and I am dying to, but I feel like it's just too hot here. I can't do it. It's so unfortunate, but this is Fleur Vanilla Skin. I have her patiently waiting because I would like to put her maybe in my November tray and hope that it cools down during November. This one is for those of you who love a vanilla that smells more grown up. This is a vanilla, but this is very woody. This is very like dark and sexy in my opinion. It is very grown. It's not a scent that is going to attract people who are wanting cupcake vanilla and sprinkles. This is a very almost dry woody vanilla. That's kind of what I get from this one. It's beautiful. If you were to pair this with like a brown sugar lotion or something that's, you know, even like the Fenty caramel one would probably smell really good with this perfume. But this vanilla is for those of you who want a more grown-up vanilla, a sophisticated vanilla. This year it's smelling even better. I hope that I can pull this off. This is a very deep vanilla while still being wearable. It's not niche. Like some niche vanillas are too much for me. I can't even wear them. This is like the perfect balance between a basic vanilla scent, a niche vanilla scent. This would be like perfectly in the middle. It's wearable. You can put this on every day. You can put this on with a sweater. You can put it on to go to dinner. You can put it on to go to bed during fall time. I still can't do that here because it's a little too warm, but it's definitely fall in a bottle for me. Next up, Illicit. This fragrance you can find at Ross, at TJ Maxx, at FragranceNet for like $25. And this right here, again, fall in a bottle, but this is like make it sexy, make it irresistible, make it like a tease. This is a fresh spicy scent. There is a lot of ginger in here, so if you do not like ginger, you are warned. This is going to give you a blast of ginger in the opening. So if you give it a little bit, if you give it a chance, because the first time I got it and I sprayed it, I was just like, oh hell no. And then oh, it smells so good to me now. Now that I've been smelling these types of notes for years, it just makes me think of kind of like Burberry Goddess, Rare Beauty vibes. But if I'm being honest, this is just very beautiful because of the sweetness that is mixed into this one. There is caramel in here. I believe there's also honey, but the honey is not too thick. It's not taking away from the fragrance. It's just adding a sweetness to that zingy spiciness that you're getting, like that freshness from the ginger. I love this one. This is so long lasting. This is one of my most long lasting perfumes. And as you can see, she is very well loved. and I almost got rid of her at one point, and I'm so happy that I didn't. So next up, we have one that, again, I have not been able to get into it. I am hoping that I can get into it this year because I'm very, very excited about this one. So this is by BDK, and this is Velvet Tonka. So I did have the Swiss Arabian fragrance that smells pretty much the same as this one, but then I received this one and I was just like, you know what, I think I kind of prefer the BDK one. It just had like more of a smooth touch to it. But when you smell this, you're getting a beautiful almond note. It's nutty, it is delicate, it is very sophisticated and classy, but I'm also getting like fall vibes, major fall vibes. I think that the tonka in here gives it a little bit of like a smoky touch, and it puts me in that mindset of like being at a pumpkin patch or just doing something on a crisp fall night. Like, it's making me miss Kentucky because Kentucky had a really beautiful fall season, but this one is gorgeous. It smells so gorgeous, but like that nuttiness and that smokiness is also mixed in with some type of floral or something that's making it smell very feminine and girly. So it is classy, it is beautiful, it feels more definitely like a grown-up scent for sure, but it just smells like fall to me, and it's just so comforting and cozy and beautiful. Love this one. Now let's switch it up, because I feel like in fall time you're going to have the spicy, the caramel, the sweet, the gourmand, but it's not fall unless you have an apple scent. Apple during fall time is perfect for those of you who don't like the super gourmand scents. You want something that's a little bit more crisp, more fresh, more easy to wear, something that you could put on while you're running errands. For that, I am going to choose Ellis Brooklyn Apple Love. I could have went with Kayali Eden Juicy Apple, but I feel like for fall time, Apple Love takes the place of Eden for me because this one has sugar notes in there. There is vanilla in the dry down. So it's definitely an apple that I feel can be layered with many fall scents and is going to work out so beautifully because, yes, the apple is so gorgeous. It is like makes you think of a crisp fall morning breeze. Smells clean, it smells like shampoo, it smells so yummy. So this is very different from the last ones that I showed you. This is apple but without the spice. So if you're not really a fan of spice but you still want something for fall time, Apple Love for me is the perfect perfume. Now, sticking with Ellis Brooklyn, if you want gourmand heaven, if you want like, no, I don't want the apple, give me all of the caramel, give me all of the gourmand vibes, of course, we're not going to end this video without talking about Ellis Brooklyn Queen's Caramel. Such a gorgeous perfume. This here was done perfectly. So this really puts me in the mindset of Bianco Latte. It puts me in the mindset of Replica's Afternoon Delight. But out of all of those perfumes, this one is better to me. If you were to mix these two together, it would be so amazing. I wore Queen's Caramel to a pumpkin patch, but I layered it with Mrs. Smith from Fleur. I believe I had one of you guys tell me that you used this one with Queen's Caramel, the Apple Love, and I know that smells fire. I'm going to spray the Queen's Caramel and see how they kind of mix in together. But Queen's Caramel is the opposite of Apple Love. Queen's Caramel is thick caramel. It has maple leaf, I believe. Yeah, those two mixed together would be so beautiful for fall time. If you're going to the pumpkin patch, if you're doing any fall activities, apple picking, this would be so, so nice. Queen's Caramel is just like a gourmand lover's dream. It's gourmand, but the base is done beautifully because Ellis Brooklyn is one of my favorite houses when it comes to the dry down of a perfume. Because if you think about it, yes, a perfume, you're going to fall in love with the top notes, the middle notes, all of it. But what's going to stay there the longest are those middle and base notes. And Ellis Brooklyn, just something about their base really just gets me every time. So Queen's Caramel is a gourmand, probably the most gourmand that I would lean, but it still doesn't make you smell like a bakery walking around or a piece of a cookie or something. Like, I don't literally want to smell like that. I just want the sweetness from that. So next up, we're gonna get into like some more vanillas. These are going to be mixed with caramel. They're going to be mixed with other notes. So I am going to start off with Skylar Vanilla Sky. If you want to smell like literally every time, every year that, because I take this out literally only fall and winter. I do not use this perfume spring and summer. So when I reach for it, I am always like, I always fall in love again. And I always think this smells to me like getting a vanilla iced latte or something like that, getting whipped cream and then just pouring so much caramel over it. So you smell, it's like the caramel smell is so realistic in this perfume, but it's not cloying. And there is also a coffee scent in here, but it does not take over the scent and it's not super bitter. It just grounds the perfume a little bit, takes it away from being too cloying. Perfect. And when I first got this one, I'm not gonna lie, when you first get Skylar perfumes, you might feel like they aren't as strong, but for me, it's gotten better each year. The performance is better. It lasts a long time. Cannot wait to get into this one. Now, these last two that I'm gonna talk about are kind of like in the same category. They're kind of similar to each other, but I love them both. So the first one is Philosophy Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. This is one that I take out every fall because this is just the perfect fall scent. When I think about fall, this is the type of perfume that comes to my mind. This is sweet, this is warm, this is sugary, but the sugar is like a warm brown sugar. Kind of makes me think of warm vanilla sugar, I think it is, from Bath and Body Works. Those two are kind of like very similar, same vibes. I probably have layered them together because I love warm vanilla sugar from Bath and Body Works. So if you like those vibes, this is pretty much that in a bottle. It's just sweet, it's sugary, but it's not cloying or juvenile or anything like that. It still smells grown and beautiful. It's inviting, it's cozy, perfect for fall time. And last but not least, this next one is similar to the previous one, but this one has a little bit more interesting notes in it, and it's definitely polarizing. So this is one, I'm not sure if MAC still has testers for it at the store, or if you have to only purchase this online, which sucks. Because to me, this is a little polarizing. This is MAC Creme de Nude. It has been a favorite of mine probably since I started my channel. It's been a long time. But this has a lot of notes that I can see how people might not be a fan of it. This has neroli, which I don't really feel the neroli in here. I believe there was even leather or suede. So it's definitely more, I love it. It's dry. It's definitely like a dry scent. There's even caramel in here. There's caramel, but then this is a very musky perfume. There's also a suede note, so it makes it kind of like drier to when you smell it. Very, very interesting. There's vanilla and ambrette in the base, which I love ambrette as a musk note. This has been a favorite for such a long time. It has a pretty good dent going on, and it's so crazy to me how MAC Cosmetics, whoever they are making perfumes with, I love them because I love Turquoise and I love Creme de Nude. I wish that they would continue to come out with different perfumes. It would be so much fun. So that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out Juliana's perfume and the sale, which starts today, the day that you are watching this video. And before I let you guys go, I want to see who made it to the end of today's video. So go ahead and fill up the comment section with whatever fall emojis you have or you love. Let's go ahead and let's fill it in with fall vibes in the comments. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love you guys. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. To have been